Hello everybody, my name is Rachel and welcome to my channel Kalanati. Today I am reviewing Seven Surrenders by Ada Palmer, which is the sequel to last year's To Like the Lightning. I received an ARC of this from the publisher, so thank you to them, and this review is my honest opinion. And before I get started, this review may definitely contain spoilers for the first book. Seven Surrenders is the second half of Mycroft Canner's testimony about the events of the 7 days when the utopian 25th century world slides from 300 years of peace towards inevitable war and the breakdown of society. There are so many things going on in the second book that I am going to summarize just a few of them. We have characters, dead and alive, who are trying to architect war, trying to stop war, and narrating it all is the world's worst criminal, Mycroft Canner, who hideously tortured and killed 17 people. Did he do it to save or destroy? Is he genuinely atoning for his crimes now, or merely pretending rehabilitation until his moment comes again? And why is he in such demand by all the world leaders if he is such a reviled criminal? Then we have our two inexplicable beings, Bridger, a young boy who can bring objects to life, and Jed Mason, whom characters call God. Is it a mere coincidence that they were born into the same world simultaneously, and how will they shift the balance of power? Seven Surrenders also reveals the OS, an organization that uses its control of the global transit system to target and assassinate people, swaying the course of history and maintaining a delicate balancing act between the various hives. Basically, the utopia may not be as robust as everyone has pretended it is, and the whole system may in fact be a pretense and everyone's been lied to for a very long time. Is it really though? And if people are trying to save or destroy this system for different reasons using different methods, are they right or wrong? This series does interesting and confusing things with gender on purpose. In this future world, public displays of gender are taboo, and people use non-specific pronouns. This means that characters, specifically Mycroft, can manipulate, misdirect, or shock by using and switching between gendered pronouns. For example, in the first book, Mycroft genders a specific character, one of the main characters, as male. Then later on he switches to a female pronoun, and then after a pivotal scene in the second book, he switches back to a male pronoun because of the way the character is acting. One of the major revelations in this book is about the world's conception of femininity and the use for, or the need for, traditional feminine roles and traits, and how uncomfortable everybody is with this. And I'm not gonna deny this. I spent a lot of this book very enjoyably trying to figure out what characters' real genders were, and then feeling guilty about that. In Seven Surrenders, the question of gender is also exploited out into a much more explicit and uncomfortable discussion of how sex and sexism can be used to control and manipulate people. A major power behind the throne is stated to have reawakened sexism to manipulate the world with it, and this is shockingly effective. For me, other than the themes, which I find very interesting, I was most intent on Mycroft's storyline, the mystery of why he did what he did. Why did he murder Apollo? Why did he murder the rest of the Marty Bash? And untangling the course of events and the motivations involved in this was so interesting and engaging because Mycroft is unreliable and he seems to have changed his mind about what he did. And on top of this, other characters say things that are false because they don't know what completely happened, or they are assuming things. Basically, whatever the story focused on Mycroft, I was the most engaged, and I felt like I was actively participating in the reading act in the text because I was guessing and second guessing everything, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. On the flip side, there is one thing about Seven Surrenders I didn't like that much. There's a storyline involving the sordid private affairs of the Hive leaders and how they are all personally connected through Jed Mason and his mother, Madame. This culminates in a bizarre "who's my baby daddy" drama scene inside of a brothel. The tonal shifts involved in this storyline really tripped me up. The Enlightenment era writing style, just the very unusual way the books are written, is one of the more challenging aspects that I had to adapt to, and it is now like my favorite thing about the first book and Seven Surrenders. So whenever the story dropped out of that style into more modern English and more modern melodrama, like what you'd see on Maury or Judge Judy, I wasn't feeling it so much. In my opinion, this isn't a real hard negative though, because I still enjoyed the scenes for what they were, and I think they were done intentionally. To sum up, I really enjoyed Seven Surrenders. It gave me everything I wanted and expected after Too Like the Lightning. Answers and revelations abound. It ends on a satisfying note while promising much more is yet to come. Mycroft completes his account of 7 days and exposes everything and everyone, and that inevitable war is still on the horizon. So I expect that the next duology in this quartet will concern that. Seven Surrenders comes out March 7th from Tor. If you liked Too Like the Lightning, you should definitely read this book because it is more of the same good stuff. That is it for my review. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.